Former Trump administration officials hold call to strategize against former boss's efforts in 2022 and 2024. Around 36 former Trump administration officials, disillusioned with their former boss and concerned about his impact on the GOP and the nation, held a conference call last Monday to discuss efforts to fend off his efforts to, in their view, erode the democratic process, several participants told CNN. The only items the group seemed to agree upon in its first meeting, however, were that they're not sure what their way forward should be and that they are way behind the efforts of former President Donald Trump and his allies to set the stage for 2022, 2024, and beyond. The highest-ranking participant was former White House Chief of Staff and retired Marine Gen. John Kelly, who told CNN that because of a prior commitment, he was only able to monitor about 10 minutes of the call, which lasted about an hour. Trump White House Communications Directors Alyssa Farah Griffin, now a CNN political commentator, and Anthony Scaramucci, former Homeland Security and Counterterrorism Advisor to Vice President Pence Olivia Troya, former Department of Homeland Security official Elizabeth Newman, and former Director of the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency Chris Krebs, among others. Stephanie Grisham, who first publicly discussed this group a couple of weeks ago on CNN's New Day, was not on the call because she was sick with COVID-19, though she told CNN she is engaged with the group. None of the names CNN has learned were involved with the call were particularly surprising. From Kelly to Farah to former National Security Advisor John Bolton, all have spoken publicly in one degree or another about their concerns about Trump's leadership and fitness for the office. But one participant said that what struck many about the call was the sight of a lot of faces I had not seen speaking publicly about why Trump is dangerous. People who had not previously spoken out who were now willing to speak out and share their perspective. Because the first meeting was held according to Chatham House rules, the tradition at the British Policy Institute under which no attendee can publicly disclose the name of any others, the names of other participants remain unknown as of now. Miles Taylor, the former DHS chief of staff who became a leading anti-Trump voice after writing an op-ed and book as anonymous, helped lead the call and described participants as overflowing with ideas on how to be most effective. They ranged from shining a light on Trump's corporate contributors to targeting for defeat in the primary or general election each individual Trump has endorsed for state and local races, although Kelly is reluctant to do anything that involves specifically endorsing any candidate. "We're still trying to figure out what it is that we want to do," one participant told CNN. "Outcomes are key." This individual said there was unanimity on the call from those who spoke that this cannot just be a professional trolling operation, putting out ads like the Lincoln Group. The Lincoln Project was a group of so-called never-Trump GOP consultants who banded together to oppose the 45th president's re-election, often running ads in the Washington, D.C. area targeted to Trump. Taylor concurred. "We all agreed passionately that letters and statements don't mean anything," he told CNN. The two operative words are electoral effects. How can we have tangible electoral effects against the extremist candidates that have been endorsed by Trump? If this unofficial group, which has no name, membership, or specific goals as of now, hopes to have any impact, it needs to act quickly. From coast to coast, Trump is actively supporting candidates who support his lies that the 2020 presidential election was stolen and are seeking to replace both Democrats and conservative Republicans who followed the law, the U.S. Constitution, and the facts regarding the election. Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, for example, is facing a Trump-endorsed primary challenger in GOP Representative Jody Hice, a proponent of the former president's falsehoods about the 2020 presidential election. Trump endorsees could enjoy his fundraising support, attention from the media spotlight he can shine on them, and a chorus of praise from those in conservative media who are often more allegiant to Trump and his supporters than to facts. Bolton, who left the White House in September 2019 and became a harsh critic of Trump's fitness for office, was not on the call, he told CNN. But Bolton's top aide, Sarah Tinsley, joined to share some of the polling information the John Bolton super PAC has been collecting that suggests Trump's hold on the GOP. Thanks for watching, and please make sure to like and subscribe and do not forget to hit the notification bell so you keep receiving the latest news from United States News Channel. Bye bye.